everyone. It's been a long time. Sorry about that. Been a little busy. Just wanted to let you guys know that I took down my GoFundMe to get my Dexcom because I found out that it was possible to get my insurances to cover the Dexcom system. And I found this out back in November? No, not November. December. And started the process in January. So, the last I had known of it, I was waiting for a PA for my secondary insurance. And the PA went through. So, on the 17th, I got my Dexcom. And I was shocked because I didn't know that I was getting it because they hadn't called me to tell me that the PA had gone through and whatnot. And so I got a tracking number from Liberty Medical. And I was like, wait a minute, I already have a 3-month supply of pump supplies. Must be the Dexcom. Has to be the Dexcom. So package came in and I opened it up and it was the Dexcom. Now, I had boxed it without you guys. I'm sorry. I was excited, but I can show you what came in the box. I don't have the box that this was in, but I got a receiver. And you probably can't see this, but there's a graph and it tells you your blood sugar. Then there are arrows that go straight like this, which tells you your blood sugar is constant. If it's going upwards, it's rising. If it's 2 going up, it's rising fast. If it's going downwards, it's going low. 2 going downwards, going low fast. Whew, out of breath, sorry. In that box that I got 2 transmitters. This is my second transmitter. I have my other one on my arm. Now, the first site or transmitter sensor that I put on my stomach because it was my first week with it. And the second one is on my arm. And then in that box I had the sensors. Now there's 4 per box and I got 3 boxes. And I can show you the little sensors. Alright, so these are my sensors with the inserter. This half octagon, I believe the shape is. I'm sorry, I'm bad with shapes. Is the remover. I use it to remove my transmitter from my sensor. And then obviously the needle part is what I use to insert. My husband helped me with my arms because I'm just starting. Sorry, out of breath again. Okay, so within the week that I had the Dexcom, I didn't realize, I knew that I would need an adhesive besides the adhesive that's on the sensor itself. But I didn't know how important it would be to have it, and I also didn't know I had a script for it. So when I called Liberty Medical, I found out I had a script for it. So what happened was I had the sensor in my stomach, and I had 2 days, no, yep, 2 days left on my sensor. And you guys are wondering, there's a 1 week timer on the sensors. If you leave it in longer than that, which I've seen on numerous Facebook posts, it kind of makes me mad. If you leave it in for longer than a week, it'll wear off the coating on your sensor, and once that coating's worn off, you're at higher risk for your body rejecting the sensor. So, I don't know. Like, I'm not here to judge them, but I mean, I get it, money can be tight, but why put your body at jeopardy like that? Anyways, so I had 2 days left on my sensor, and it started to peel off. Here, let me show you. It started to peel off halfway, and I consulted my Dexcom community, and they suggested band-aids and whatnot, but I tried band-aids, and I tried like a steri strip type thing that I had in my first aid kit, and that didn't work. I was trying to keep this on. Man, I want to keep my sensor in. But lo and behold, it didn't come off. And I got the Skin Tack wipes, and I changed it. So the Skin Tack wipes, if you're not familiar with them, is Skin Tack comes in a wipe, and it comes in a bottle with a little like cotton swab type thing on it. Basically what you do with the wipes for the sensors is you do the perimeter before you put the sensor, and you let it dry, and then you put the sensor on. Because if you do any more adhesive, it can mess with your readings. Alright. Having a hard time to breathe tonight. Mostly because I'm scrunched down when I'm sitting. Anyways, so with the Dexcom, you have two options. You can either use the receiver or your phone or both. I'm using both. Because sometimes I don't hear the receiver, at least as long as I've had it. My phone is a little bit louder, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Maybe I turn the brightness down so you can see it. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, I also had to get a newer phone. So, there. I'm at 88, and it's going steady. And there's the graph that I was telling you about that's on my receiver. If I turn my phone, it'll give you 12 hours right now. It has the option of an hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 12 hours, and 24 hours. You can look at the graphs. Alright. So my review on the Dexcom so far. I absolutely love the Dexcom. Oh my god. It is everything I had hoped for. Those of you who aren't familiar with the CGM, it basically tests my blood sugar every 5 minutes. I still have to do finger sticks, but not as many. Every 12 hours, it'll ask me to calibrate it, which is a finger stick. I do the finger sticks before I eat, and if it tells me I'm low, I check it, because I haven't quite been able to trust it yet because I'm new to it. When I did the app update for the Dexcom app, it told, I think I took the picture of it. Let me see. If I didn't, I'm sorry for taking so long. Alright. Is it this one? No. Anyways, it told me that Dexcom is FDA approved for less finger sticks, and I can bolus based on the numbers I'm seeing on my screen. I mean, yes, a majority, 95% of the blood sugars that I've gotten from my Dexcom are 2 to 3 points off of my finger sticks. It's got a 20% margin, so basically if you can correct me if I'm wrong, I mean, I'm giving you a ballpark. If I'm 200, I can be anywhere from 170 to 200 with the Dexcom. What else? Oh, the acetaminophen warning. I did not know about this. Sorry, I'm gonna pack this away because it's bothering me. If you are on the Dexcom system, I don't know if it's any other CGM system, you can take acetaminophen, but it can give you false highs there. Okay. And it did for me. I had the worst hip pain the other night, and I got up and I took Tylenol, and my husband's phone's going off, my phone's going off, and my receiver's going off that I'm in the 200s. So I tested, and I was actually just 85. So it can be a false high. Now, if you choose to use something else other than Tylenol, I have to use Tylenol right now. That's just the thing. But once I'm able not to use Tylenol, I'll probably take Aleve or ibuprofen, which are alternative options to Tylenol. Now, if you're wondering why my husband's phone was going off, my husband does not have an iPhone, he has an Android. But Dexcom, the Dexcom app has Dexcom Share. Sorry, I'm waiting for this to load because I want to read it off to you guys. Now, with Dexcom Share, I choose followers, and it will text them certain things. It will text my husband. Hold on, let me turn down the brightness because I can see it in my glasses. Alright. If I'm having an urgent low, now urgent low is automatically set to 55 with Dexcom. It will text him or notify him if I'm below 60 or below for more than a half an hour. It will text him if I am above 200 or above for more than 2 hours. And then if I somehow lose the connection to my sensor, it'll text him that too. Which is super awesome because my husband is my life support. He worries about my diabetes just as much as I do. Okay, what else? I mean, it was super easy to install the app and to put on the sensor and everything. Um, Another thing that I didn't know, the sensors have a 2 hour warm up time, so it means after you put it in, there's a timer. You have to wait 2 hours. Which is, I mean, I get it. The sensor has to warm up to your body and whatnot. Um, what else? Sometimes it hasn't happened to me, but it's happened to some of my Dexcom peers. Sometimes if you take a shower with it on, it can sort of disconnect you. You'll get 3 little question marks on the app, not on the receiver. So basically just dry it off and wait a little bit. If you get the 3 question marks, let me see if I don't know if I took a picture of that. I've been trying to take pictures so that I can show you guys. Nope, I didn't. It's 3 little question marks and a black circle. If you have those 3 question marks for more than 3 hours, give Dexcom a call. Your transmitter could be dead. Transmitters last for 3 months. So, yeah, 6 months. Yeah, 3 months. So, 2 for 6 months for a year. So, yeah, I am loving the Dexcom. I recommend the Dexcom to whoever wants that peace of mind of knowing your blood sugar, not being in the dark. For me, it was a definite. I work as a CNA. I am working with residents all the time. I do not want to be in a low and collapse in front of them. It's just not something I want to do. So once I found out about Dexcom, I wanted one from the beginning. And I worked my butt off to do everything I could to get one. So definitely highly recommend the Dexcom. If you're not familiar with Dexcom, if you're a parent of a type 1 diabetic, it's approved for 2 years old and older. That'll give you the peace of mind. You'll know where your child is. You'll be able to tell your doctors, look, my child is going low this time of night, every night. If they're on a pump, they'll be able to adjust their basals. I'm gonna be going for an adjustment pretty soon because I'm noticing every day at work at this time I'm going low. I mean, I could set a 10 basal on my pump, but I work with my team to do what works best for me, because not the activity level that I have at work, sometimes on my day off I don't have. So temp basal would work, but it's just better for me to adjust it. And I'm also thinking about, because I have the T-Slim, adding another profile for work days and non-work days. So yeah, I don't know, I might get sassed for this, but because Dexcom isn't approved for pregnant women, but I found out in January that I am pregnant with my third child. So my doctors want me to work on getting my A1C lower to keep my child safe. And this is going to help them. My A1C, when I found out that I was pregnant, has been the lowest it's ever been when I found out I was pregnant. Complete shock. It's a 7.8. It's a little high, but not as high as it's been. And I'm just so proud of myself for keeping it down that low since my second DKA and just keeping on top of everything. The pregnancy came as a complete surprise. It's not unwanted. But I'm just overjoyed right now, but yeah. Thank you to Dexcom, because holy crap, this is going to help me keep my blood sugars low enough and keep me safe. Have a good night, guys.